No, did you start recording?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Just trying to.
Nice. Ready when you are. Yeah, you
Okay,
actually
so
going
first
to
and
make it.
foremost, bro, why did you say yes to me? Because I mean, I asked other people, they said no. So why did you say yes to me?
Good question. I think I wanted to try new things this year.
Really?
Yeah,
But have you done something like this before?
never, ever.
Never. Yeah, thank you for deciding to do this to me because it's something I've always wanted to do, but then I haven't found like anyone to do it with, and I felt like I would be disappointing God if I didn't finally do it this year. So I'm like, yeah.
Why did
why
you have
not?
the inkling to do it?
Because this, how do I even say this? I'm a social media person, even though my family don't like it. I like the camera a lot.
Yeah,
And funny thing is, I used to be camera shy growing up. Like I used to feel so insecure
that is
about
so weird coming from you.
exactly.
Because I've known you since like SHS, and I don't think
Yes,
you've ever
exactly.
been.
From JHS, like primary school, I used to be camera shy, and maybe because I didn't have a phone, like a proper phone that I could like take videos on. But then anytime I'll be so awkward in front of. Even now, I'm still awkward sometimes. But then I wasn't as confident as I am now. When I got to the point where like I became confident, I realized that I love the camera, like all the flashy lights. I like it, but even though I do get shy, like I am slightly right now, I do love the camera, and I feel like I shouldn't. And I feel like I shouldn't like just take advantage of my passion, if that makes sense. I feel like I should put it to good use in the sense that use it for God's purpose. I'm not one to go on the street and be talking about God. But then if I have a camera in front of me, why not talk about God? That's like my way of sharing the gospel, doing what I've been called to do on this earth.
Yeah.
So that's my reason for doing this.
That makes sense.
We're supposed to talk about faith. In our first episode.
Yeah.
The name of the series, Unfiltered Faith. Real people, real struggles, real faith. What does it mean to you?
No, I think like it's very easy for people to talk about Christianity and talk about Christians as we are not real people, in the sense that like when people talk about Christians and Christianity, it's very they make it sound like fake people or people that are trying to be something that they're not. But like I think the Christian faith and Christianity and Christians are real people, and we also have like real struggles in the sense that we struggle with with the same things that people struggle with. So things around work, we're dealing with the same things. School, we're dealing with the same things. And real faith, yeah, essentially, like we know that if you're a Christian that and you've been a Christian for a really long time, like you know that your faith is solid, like it's not something that you would not trust if you've known God for a long time. Like you know that you can trust him. So that's like the validity of your faith, I say. Yeah. Good answer?
Good answer.
Okay.
Today's topic is faith isn't linear. Why don't we talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay, first and foremost, what's faith?
Hebrews 11:1.
Hey, you should know the
yeah, I think when we talk about faith, just to make it good question. I think it could take different definitions, right? So your faith could be your belief in something, and yeah, so basically belief in something, that's your faith.
Yeah.
And your faith could also be, I think people talk about religion and talk about it as faith as well. So that's the way, like, what's your faith, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you believe in?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Well, I see faith as trusting in something. So it doesn't necessarily, like, I'm not trying to look at it from only a religious point of view.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from a general point of view as well. Trusting something, like having faith that if I jump right now, I'll fall down.
Gravity
Will hold me. Like I'm from a religious point of view, having faith in God.
Yeah.
So faith is basically just trusting, like, to me.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to necessarily be like only Christians have faith, non-Christians, atheists have faith, but obviously not the kind of faith that we have, because ours is God-centered.
Yeah.
Can faith be forced?
What do you mean by that? Do you mean like, can somebody force you to believe in something?
So like, not only from a religious point of view, you think you can be forced to believe in something or to trust in something?
I wouldn't say forced. I think you can be convinced to believe in something,
but not forced.
You can't be.
How?
There are, but I don't think if you are forced to do it and you don't believe in it, then that's your faith. Like, that's just
I feel like
going with the flow.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like faith cannot be forced, because if I force you, that means it's not faith.
Exactly.
I feel faith is more of a personal thing. It's choosing to believe, it's choosing to trust. Once there's force in the equation, then I feel like it takes away the whole concept of faith.
Yeah, exactly. But then I'm saying you can be convinced, because like, if you're convinced to believe in it, then I believe in it because
but it's still your decision to make at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What does it mean, or how do you understand if we say something is linear, not necessarily faith? Let's talk of, like, in general, something is linear. What does it mean? Because some people might not understand what linear means.
Oh, math.
Some people, English is far from them.
What do you mean? No, linear.
Linear.
Wow, you had to spell it.
And what if my viewers are from Spain? You never know. So let's
leave it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think linear. Anything that is like a flat line, or I may not have like the best definition, but a flat line, or anything that is just single line without any ebbs and flows.
I agree with that. It's like a straight line. Like, a linear is more of predictable, like straight. It's going this way,
and like, that's the way.
That's the way it's going. So, our topic, faith isn't linear. We are literally trying to say faith isn't what? That's faith isn't. I don't want to use the word stable, but kinda. Faith isn't predictable. It's not always going to be like this.
In this particular line.
It's more like a heartbeat. It's more like a rhythm. It's more like a wave. Sometimes it's like, sometimes your faith is up here. Sometimes your faith is down here. Sometimes it's down here longer than it should be up here. But then basically faith is linear. And why do you think faith isn't linear?
I think when we're talking about this, I was just saying that it might be good to share like your Christian journey, or like your faith journey, and like how it has been. So I'll probably share mine.
Okay, share yours first.
So I probably became Christian properly at like 14, right? That's when I understood.
You remember the age?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I remember what happened. So maybe like 14. And it was at a point in, I think, secondary school. I had been left alone. Like, that was the very first time that I've been alone from family. And at that time, if you know the story and you know how I got to your class, because I was in your class before, I feel like at that point in time, I had been disappointed by God, right? So it made me want to understand what the Christian faith was, right? But since becoming a Christian then, and understanding what it meant, like, I wasn't exactly your, like, I don't want to use the word like a perfect Christian, but like, I wasn't exactly the Christian who read her Bible all the time, prayed all the time. And if we had to talk about faith as not being linear, what I think it is like, we all have different phases in our lives when we are dealing with different things, right? So there might be times when you're not exactly focused on your faith as much, because you're focused on other things. And it doesn't mean you don't believe what you believe still. You still believe it, but then you're not exactly working on your faith at that particular point in time. So I don't know if that answers the question, but
kinda, yeah. For me, I mean, we all grew up in a Christian home, but I was kind of a Christian because I was supposed to be a Christian, if that makes sense. Because I mean, they'll force you to go to Sunday school, wake up in the morning, do morning devotion. Like to be honest, like I did like doing all those things. It's not like I hated it, but so there were times when I didn't understand why I was doing that. Times when I would rather not. But then, and even like to a time where I was like really old, like I'd gone to
Really
uni. Yeah, you know you're old, right? I had gone to uni and then still I wasn't going to church. Like I didn't have a church I was going to until like my friend introduced me to CYC, and I started going with her, going with her to church, and I became like a proper church goer. I mean, when I was at home, I was going to church every Sunday because I was with my parents. But going to uni, I had this freedom. I didn't need to. I can wake up Sunday and sleep some more. Like, But then when I got introduced to my friend's church, I started going consistently, and then some things happened, and I stopped going. I think I listened to people, if that makes sense, because I did like the church. I love the pastor's preaching, but certain things were circulating around it, and
I think I heard those things.
Yeah, I kind of allowed myself to listen more to those things instead of focusing on what I'm going there for. Because it got to a point where later on I understood that the church is a hospital. It's for sick people. It's not a place where everybody is perfect and then I'm going there and expecting everybody to be in white clothes. There's stains on their clothes, and I should understand that because me going there, I'm also not perfect. So why do I expect that I miss this to be perfect? So later I got to the point to understood that, but then it was actually late. I was done with uni already. I came here to this country. I was still not a good Christian. I was still a lukewarm Christian until something happened to me late last year, September. That's when God and I became like this. That's how late it has been. So if you see, like, even though like growing up, I've always had faith. I've never like doubted like there's a God. Like I've never like thought about maybe somebody do something, I'll be like, I don't think God can do it. Nah, I've never thought of that. It's just like the relationship with God that I'm like talking about. So if you are focusing on like on the basis of faith, my faith has always been like there, but not backed by what it should be backed by, if that makes sense.
What do you mean by what
so it was more of like faith because my mother has said this, and obviously things used to go on very well for me. Like I was very okay. Like, like the one that always like say to like my friends and like my boyfriend and all of that is that like growing up I never used to understand what's like not struggle but to suffer for something. Like mostly like every stage of my life I've had it easy. Like even use like school as an example. When I apply for something I get like I write a test, like I pass, like things like that. So I never like understood what felt like for certain people. So it was like I knew that there's a God. I didn't think it was my ability. I knew that it was God that was helping me. So but then so let's say like my faith was like here, and then somewhere in uni it was there. Then Marian found me and it was there, and then after the whole rumors about CYC, and it was there, and then that's my Christian journey, not my faith journey. But my faith journey is it's not. I know it's not like this, but it's like this, but not like this. If that makes sense,
kind of.
So what's it called? Last year September, I was almost imprisoned. Yeah.
How am I not hearing about this? No, because I'm sure I was here in September. I am certain. I'm certain I was here in September. Isn't that a bit funny?
My mother used to tell me to join NSCPD when I used to live with it.
Oh, that's what you've been doing. Lots of NSCPD.
Should be doing NSCPD. Oh, but this one is making noise. It's making noise. And that was when I moved here, like fresh. Yeah. So that's 2023. I never understood why she was always on this altar. Like I'm like, what's going on here? Like I said, that she was. When I wake up, I'm not one to like maybe do my devotion every day. It was something I used to do when I was living like with my parents in Ghana. But I'll wake up and then do my devotion.
Yeah.
But then I adopted this habit now where like the whole of last year I made sure that I was on my Bible app. I had not because I was trying to keep a strict number, but because I wanted to intentionally spend time with God. Because it was like, nah, like I'm not. I've got to a point in my life and I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it because I want to do it.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that I was going through at that point just altered my brain chemistry. I'm like, nah, that's when you have to step up. Like there's still things that you can't take lightly anymore. So yeah, like I pray to God, and whatever it was going on in my life I shouldn't have come out of it. But I came out of it, and I can only thank God because if I look back, like it doesn't even make any sense. Like
that you got out of it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But then it strengthened my faith to the point where you can't kind of tell me that God cannot do something for me and I'll believe you. Like, nah, because even though like I've always believed that God can do like anything. This is like evidence, like proper evidence, concrete evidence. That like there's actually nothing that he cannot do. So if let's say before I thought maybe God cannot heal somebody from cancer, now I believe. Because my faith is like up there. I saw this thing somewhere. Somebody was saying something about doubt deepening faith. What do you think about that? Person was like, doubt deepens faith. And initially when I saw it, I was writing points in agreement to what the person said. Then I think the Holy Spirit spoke to me. And I was like, nah, I don't think so. And then I found new points to back why I don't think so. But let me know what you think. That you think doubt deepens faith? Like you think it's like somebody who doesn't have faith in God. Like maybe let's say you have like let me say it like this. Do you believe that doubt, right? If somebody has doubt about certain things, it makes them ask questions to the point where their faith is strengthened?
I would say possibly. Let me explain. Because the way you looked at me, I was like, let me just explain to this girl before. Possibly. So there are certain things. Let me just use an example that might be very like basic. Let's say you're going to. Let's use a bus, right? Maybe on a day when like buses are doing their stuff, and you don't think, oh, I'm going to get this bus, and you doubt it. It's not like a very big doubt, right? But then in that moment you pray, and then you're like, oh God, help me get a bus, and you do. That would make you think, oh yeah, God actually listens to prayers, and He would do this for me. I feel like that's very basic. That's like a very small example. But I want to hear what you think.
Okay. Okay, so I agree with you from that point of view.
Yeah.
But then, if as a I don't want to say a non-believer, but like if as a layman, let me say it like that, or somebody who is not a Christian, let me just say it like that. If as a Christian somebody comes to tell me doubt deepens faith, I'll feel like it's okay to doubt. But then as a Christian to, from what I know from the word, like I know that it's not okay to doubt. Like it's a normal thing to doubt, but it's not okay to doubt.
I think it depends on what you're doubting.
That God can do something.
Are you doubting God, or are you doubting that some? Oh, actually, it might be the same thing.
Yeah. Do you get me?
Yeah, like I've come to a point where I'm like, where I understand that God holds everything, right? So if I'm doubting something, then I agree with what you're saying, that if I'm doubting something, then it means I'm doubting God and doubting that God can do this. So if I believe that He holds everything in His hands, and then I don't believe that something would work in my favor, then it means I'm doubting Him consequently, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
So like if somebody asks me, does doubt deepen faith, I would say no. Like no. Like anytime that you see those thoughts of doubt creeping in, just like block it out and speak the word over the doubt. Because I know for a fact the word of God deepens your faith. So if let's say, like, I can't quote you word for word, but then if let's say I'm here and then I'm not feeling well, and then I'm in my mind I'm like, where the sickness is going, I don't think it's going to get better. I can't think that immediately I should say no, like God has given us healing. Like there's nothing that he cannot heal me from, like from the top of my head to the sole of my feet, like I'm healed. Like I need to believe that and speak it over myself so that it becomes the truth that I believe, and then my faith is deepened, because once like I'm telling myself and then I'm praying about it, I know that for sure I'm going to get healed. So my answer is no.
Okay. Similar to the question you asked.
What do you guys think?
Similar to the question you asked, do you think people go through struggles that deepen their faith?
Yeah, like what happened to me, like because
but that's a struggle, right? Would you think it would be normal for somebody who had gone through your situation to have doubted that, oh, this is beyond God to do for me, and then they would still pray? I mean, not like beyond God, but like, this is beyond my control and there is no way out of this. So they kind of give up on themselves, right? And then they pray to God, and then God intervenes.
But in that situation, they're not doubting God. They're doubting the shit is beyond their control. You use those terms, so
fair enough.
Exactly, they're doubting themselves. They're not doubting God, because I know that it's all Him and none of me.
Okay.
So if I can, it's not like for non-believers, like it's more of energy. Like because I was telling one girl about like one of my friends' testimony at work. She's a non-believer, about how like my friend she got really close to God, and then God suddenly like did a very big miracle for her, and she was like, no, it's a girl's energy. She changed her mindset. I'm like, it's not anything our mindset, it's God. God just did this for her. Like, no, it's mindset. Energy. So with those people so with people like that, like that's how they would see it, that she just like it's more of a mindset thing. But I know for a fact that if I'm doing something, I know that I can't do it on my own, not by my mind, not by my power, or through God. So it's not like it's okay to doubt myself. I also need to big myself up, but I should know that God hear me here. It's none of me and all of Him. Okay. Next question. So, do you believe that sometimes faith is linear for some people?
As in, okay. Let me answer this question wisely. So, I think that's a difficult question. But I think there could be a point in your life where you come to an equilibrium.
Madam Big Words.
There might be a time in your life when, like, we're all growing in our faith, right? If faith is linear for somebody, then it means they've come to understand who God is, and then they've come to understand how things flow in their lives. So it kind of moves like this for them, even though to other people it might look like this. So to them, they might be going through struggles, but they're like that.
Exactly.
But to somebody looking from the outside, it might look like they're going through stuff. But to them, they're cool.
I agree with you, because I know for a fact that, like, if I use my mother as an example, like, sorry, I mean, most of our parents, it's not even like my auntie, my mother, like, I've realized that it's just like it gets to a point where your relationship with God is like this, is so good that despite anything that's happening around you, your faith is like this. Because in as much as like the faith journey for most people is like this, I know there are people that even though like certain things happen that you feel like this particular thing should shake you, like should shake your faith. You find yourself being so calm and like knowing that everything is going to be all right, and you shock. But then I feel like you only get to that point when you get to that point in your Christianity where you know that like like there's no other, you don't have anyone else, like it's only God and you, like yeah, besties for life, like come on. So I know that for some people, and I actually want to get to that point. I feel like currently my faith is linear, and I hope it stays like that. Despite anything that happens.
A lot of the things that people say about Christianity being a relationship that people argue about, like I agree, right? But like if I let's just use like any kind of relationship. The more you know somebody, the more you know that, oh, this person day for me.
The more you can
so
trust the
exactly,
person,
so I can trust this person, right? So the more you grow in your faith and the more you trust in God, the more you're likely to know that like he's always going to come through, even when things don't seem to be working in a way that you want them to be working.
Exactly.
And we all know that all things are working for our good. Like you might not get the same results that you want, but then like God's results are always better than ours.
And the Bible says faith comes by
hearing and hearing the word of God.
If you're constantly in his presence, hearing his word every day, what's going to shake your faith?
Like exactly.
So some people have the experience of their faith being linear. I hope that's our story. Do you think worry or doubt is wrong?
It's wrong.
Is it wrong to worry or doubt?
I don't want to use right or wrong to answer this question. I want to answer it from the point that we all worry or have doubts about things. Like the Bible doesn't say that nobody worries. Like it basically says, do not be anxious about anything. That means that you can be anxious about something.
So is it wrong or it's right?
It depends on how you react to it, right? So we all have emotions, or we all have like things that we deal with. Like how you respond to it is what matters.
Exactly.
So if you're worrying about something and you're worrying about it and then thinking, oh, I really can't do anything about this, you're making it about yourself, then that's probably wrong. There's one thing that somebody tells me all the time, which I think I'm beginning to kind of imbibe, is like, do the things that you have control over.
Exactly,
And then the things that you don't have control over.
Exactly. I believe same too. It's not, I won't say, because I used to think, and I even used to say to Denzel sometimes, like, I used to feel like it was wrong to admit that I was worried about something, or like I doubted something. But then, like there was one Bible reading, the Bible app, there was one of the devotionals. It was talking about this whole idea of like worrying and doubting, that it's not wrong to admit that you are feeling anxious or you are worried about something. But what's wrong is allowing it to sit with you and believing it. Like, it's okay to say in the moment, that's how I feel. But then I know the bat must come. But then I know God has everything under control. Like, even though I feel like this, I need to like speak myself out of what I'm feeling, because I shouldn't let my feelings dictate what is true in my life, if that makes sense.
And emotions are very fickle. Like emotions really come and go.
Exactly.
Like in as much as we like to think that some emotions stay with us. Like obviously, if you love someone, obviously you're supposed to love them. Like, but I'm talking about like emotions that, like worry or things around like, oh, this person did this to me and I'm hurt. They're a bit fickle. Like they don't really have any lasting or eternal value.
You can decide to just it's a decision. Decisions.
Exactly. And I think that's how some people are able to remain like balanced.
Okay, what do you do in the seasons when there's a pause, or seasons of doubt in your life?
Personally?
Personally.
Good question. I'm saying it's a good question because I feel like that's something I've dealt with, or maybe I'm still dealing with. Can you ask the question again?
What do you do in seasons when there's a pause, or let me say the seasons of doubt in your life, times when your faith takes your faith takes a pause. So like when they see it, then that's this pause.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm not dealing with it right now. Maybe I've dealt with it like recently. I think it's important to go back to the word and like what God says.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times when you're worrying about something, it's because you're feeding yourself with the things that don't matter. Or you're feeding yourself with things that people say that don't make sense. Yeah, so go back to the word, read what God says about the particular situation. Even if you're not reading about the particular situation, like read what he says about everything.
Yeah, true.
It helps.
True,
and also have like very solid people around you who are able to keep you accountable. Yeah, I think we don't really talk about it much, or even when you have people that you can be accountable to, it's also your decision to remain accountable to those people,
because they can't really force anything down your throat.
Exactly. So like make it a conscious effort to be accountable to those people who can help you.
Oh, you mean from a reciprocal point of view?
Not really, but like
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just if they can help you grow in your faith or be a little bit more steady, then that's
true
helpful.
True that. Okay. Why do you think faith communities or churches struggle to talk about doubt openly? Because you hardly hear them talk about doubts being okay. Or
can I say this? I thought we talk about black church and white church.
Yes, feel free. Feel free.
I feel like white churches are more open to talk about this than like
really
black churches.
Okay, when I came here, what I was going to this Methodist church is black people.
Yeah.
Black people. I've been to a Catholic church that was white people, but then the conversation on that day wasn't about anything, so I can't tell. And I don't have anything to.
Not necessarily from the pulpit, but like people are more open to talk about their struggles within the church than in a black church.
Even
in a black church,
even if not only in church, like even at the workplace, like I won't, as personally, like I don't talk about my personal stuff, but I want to put it in. They will be telling you their problems. Like somebody can tell you, I have £2 in my account right now. Why are you telling me this? Like, I'm so broke. Maybe me to have £2. I won't tell you. Like so, like imagine when a church they would actually be talking about their problems openly.
Yeah, I think. I think there are some churches that are open to talking about it, and that's good. Like it's like don't. Like I said, like at the beginning, don't act like Christianity is like a fake thing. Talk about it. Talk about the struggles that we go through.
Because we are real people.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like we are some people that we are sitting on the mountain, and you on the on the ground somewhere. Like we are all dealing with the same thing. Just that we anchor everything to God. Like we have God as our anchor, and then He's holding us. But maybe you base your thing off of maybe some bracelets on your hand. But ours is God. But we all go through the same things. But you know what I mean. You have most of the Latinos, they have a lot of charms, and my God,
your chakra.
So I think there are conversations that Christian churches communities should be having.
Definitely.
But then they don't have them. But they should be having.
Some don't. I wouldn't say all.
Yeah, some. But then those that don't should be having them.
Yeah.
Because how would you help someone that's dealing with doubts deal with doubt if you're not talking about it? Because all they do preach about is, hey, don't doubt. Like, but then so if I'm doubting, what do I do? Don't give me a solution for it. And me coming to tell you I'm doubting is like, hey. But then you shouldn't give me a. Okay. What would you say to someone who feels like they are failing in quotes at faith?
Fail forward.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I've never read that book. I don't think we fail in the faith.
Good.
That's just because there is already a winner, and we know that. Yeah, so you don't necessarily fail in your faith. Like if you're having struggles with anything, like don't make it about you. Make it about what can I how can God help me in this situation, and not necessarily what can I do to get myself out of this situation. I mean, there are things that you have to do, obviously, but don't make it about your own strength and how you can get yourself out of it.
Yeah,
Make it
true.
about how can God get you out of this, whatever that you're in. So you're not necessarily failing. If you think you're failing, then you're probably not having like the right perspective
Exactly.
in that.
Because I also feel like there's nothing like, I saw this question somewhere, that's why I asked it, but I also feel like it's nothing like failing at faith, because even if my faith isn't where I want it to be right now, I know what to do to get there. Stay in the word, do what I'm supposed to do, and God being my helper, Holy Spirit on my side. I know that my faith will get where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm not failing at it. Like,
yeah.
nah.
I don't think faith is like, we all have ebbs and flows in our lives, and we all need to embrace those ebbs and flows in our lives, because they all help us in our faith and in our faith journey.
I mean, it's
Ebbs and
ups
flows.
and downs. Sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, we all have those times when we are feeling down, when we are feeling happy. And they are a part of our faith journey. So embrace them, and then allow God to teach you what He's teaching you in those times. So if you're having like a very down time, if you're very anxious about something, like, just remember to think about what God can teach you in that situation, and how He can help you through that. And if you're feeling really, really happy, thank God that you're feeling happy.
True that.
And also, thank God that you're feeling happy, and then ensure that you're also spreading your happiness to other people.
True that.
Believers, non-believers alike. Yeah.
All I can say is that if you ever get to a point in your life where you feel like your faith, or you're questioning your faith, or you're questioning God, like, you know what to do. Like, we've told you what to do. Just read the word, stay with God, fellowship with God, attach yourself with people that will strengthen your faith journey. Do the things that will make God happy, make you happy. And when you see yourself on the floor, get up. Like, don't stay on the floor for too long. Push yourself. Because if it's nothing happens on the floor, everything happens up here. So get up.
Nothing happens on the floor.
Nothing happens on the floor. Get up and keep going.
We dance on the dance floor though.
Do you lie down? You stand up. You stand up. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for our next episode, and thanks for tuning in. Yay!
Done.